Hi, welcome to Christy's Stampin' Spot. I'm just jumping on really quick so I can finish week 6 of my 12 weeks of Halloween, and I'm going to show you guys how to make this cute little candy bag topper, treat topper, with our Monster Bash DSP and these fabulous little googly eyes. This is a really simple topper that you can really utilize your DSP, and you can be able to make a bunch of these that are super cute. So let's get to it. Okay, so the cello bags that we're using are actually, you can find them in the annual catalog on page 173. They're the 3x6 gusseted cellophane bags, and you can get 25 of them, and they are food safe. And then we're going to be using the fabulous Monster Bash DSP, and of course that's in our holiday catalog. On page 54 is a good where you can see them. We're going to use 2 different sheets from our Monster Bash DSP. The one with the fabulous haunted houses, like the Scooby-Doo houses, and then the other one that also has little houses. We're actually going to be using the cutting out the trees from that. And then of course the assorted googly eyes, which is on page 57. And so I don't know if you saw that in here. They have an assorted googly eyes set, $6 for 100 googly eyes, and they have orange and purple and green and white with several different sizes. So it's a really great pack of googly eyes that we're going to use today. Okay, so let's get to it. All right, so first you're going to need is a piece of basic black of cardstock, and it's cut at 3 1/4 by 4. So it's 3 1/4 by 4, and then it's scored at 2. Okay, and the reason why we do it at 3 1/4, so if you're going to make a topper, I usually do about a 1/4 inch bigger. So these are our 3x6 bags. They come like this. And so I just did a 1/4 inch wider than the bag. So the bags are 3 inches wide, and I did a 1/4 inch wide. So that way it fits pretty nice without too much extra, which is always fabulous. Okay, so then yeah, so you can get these, and like I said, they're 25. So you can pack your bag full of candy, however you guys like that. I found these really cute eyeballs at Target. I was like, ooh, perfect. So after you've cut and scored your basic black, we are going to use this sheet of paper, and we're going to fussy cut out one of these trees. And there's a bunch of trees. If you can see, there's a bunch of trees on here. So you could really, without really wasting all the other images, you can totally utilize your paper. And in a pack of DSP, there are 2 sheets of every kind. So you can really utilize this. You can make a bunch of them. And then look at all the haunted houses. There's a ton. And like I said, I'm just using my 2-inch punch to punch these out. So it works really fabulous. Okay, so why don't I go ahead and do that. This is my 2-inch punch. And you just find the image of the house that you want, and you punch it out. Muy bien. Simple as that. And then I am going to back it with, if you can see, the house has got like a little bit of red. See that? I'm trying to see. There we go. Oops, that was there and then it went away. I'm looking at it. There you go. See how it's red? I wanted to pop out that red, so I'm going to use some Poppy Parade. And I'm going to use my Starburst, the Starburst punch with the Poppy Parade. And look at that back set. So nice, right? Fabulous. So that's just going to go there. And then we're going to fussy cut. So now if you hate fussy cutting, you could always just cut some strips and then use that on your paper, but I love to fussy cut. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this one right here. So I'm going to just go around my skeleton. I'm going to try to save these images, the other images on the paper. These trees are fabulous. And there's a lot of branches on these, so you don't have to worry if you cut off a few. To make sure you get it clean. So I'm going to cut it out, and then I will go back through and make it neater. So oh, sorry. Get you guys dizzy with that twirl there. So I hope everyone had a lovely weekend. Ours was really crazy, and things conspired. I wasn't able to get online to do this, and I should have the PDF actually of this will be up later today as well. But I love these googly eyes. It's a shame not to use them all. They're fun. I was on Pinterest looking at ideas, and I saw somebody had actually stamped a tree and then used the googly eyes. We have a couple of really good tree stamps. I don't know if it was from this year or last year. Something happened. I set my phone down, and then half the time when you're on Pinterest, it's hard to find it once you've lost it. But they had stamped a tree and used the googly eyes, which is pretty awesome. And then I was thinking about doing that, and then I saw these fabulous trees, and I'm like, oh, I'll just fussy cut them out. There's a bunch of them on a sheet, and that way, if while you're watching TV, you can fussy cut out a bunch of these trees. If you needed to make like 30 of them for a kid's class, you can do a bunch. So that's always nice to utilize all this gorgeous paper. I always love to use the paper. You don't want to hoard that stuff. You want to use it all up. There we go. So you just kind of fussy cut it out. It doesn't have to be too perfect because we're not going to back it or anything. We're just going to use the black dimensionals to put it on there. Okay, so now that I've got my tree and that done, I'm going to do my stamping. So I really like the Wicked stamp set, the Wonderfully Wicked stamp set. We're going to use a Happy Halloween image, and we're going to use this bat. Now you could probably use other things, but there's bats in the haunted house, so I wanted to go ahead and use that, and that's such a great bat. So I'm just going to use that as to make kind of shadowing onto my topper. So I'm going off, but I'm just going to do a bunch. So the ones on the front you really aren't going to see very well because I'm going to put all the images on the back, but on top of it. But the ones on the back you should be able to see because I'm only going to put a for you on the back. So it's very light, but it does add, I don't know if you guys can see that, it adds just a little bit to it, which I always think is fun to add that little bit of layer. So here's your bat for that. And then we're just going to take some very vanilla scrap. Just grab some scrap because I'm going to cut out the Happy Halloween. So I wanted, at first I was like, well, if you really want to not have to cut it out, you can always stamp it first and then place it on your topper and then put it on your tree so that you don't have to. I really enjoy fussy cutting, probably way more than I should, but I really do enjoy it. So I'm just going to stamp that. And the other thing that I did do is for the back, I'm going to use the For You. Now the For You is from the cute treat. What did I do with the set? This is from the tiny keepsakes for you that goes with our boxes. That mini curry box, which is so super cute. And it fits actually into the different little tags. I don't know what I did with the stamp set box. I set it aside so it was out of the way, and I set it too far. But that's what this little For You is from. And I'm just gonna stamp that on the end because I'm just gonna fussy cut it. I'm just gonna snip it free. I'm not gonna actually fussy cut that one out. I'm just gonna snip it free. And that was and I just used my Memento Black, which is pretty easy. I love my Memento Black. Although I was gonna do something with my StazOn and realized I had been too long and it was completely dry. So I have another one I have to order. So there we go. There's just my little For You. And then for my Happy Halloween. So like I said, you could cut it out and then put it on there first and then rearrange all of the tree and the haunted house so that it would fit. I actually just cut it out, and I actually cut out the I cut out the exclamation point as well so that it would fit the way I wanted it to, which is what I really love about sometimes fussy cutting, is you can, instead of actually cutting your stamps, you can cut the paper. So there's my Halloween, and then here's my happy. So if you had to make a ton of them and you don't like to fussy cut, like I said, you can just do strips of your DSP that has, make sure when you cut the DSP, you can cut it in a strip that has a tree on it, and then cover up some of it with your house, and then just put the eyeballs on top. And then again, like I said, you can just stamp and cut out your Happy Halloween without actually having to fussy cut it out. So there are ways you can get around that and modify it for your style or your convenience, what you like. Okay, so now, I saw that I made sure that it was going the right direction. So I'm going to use glue and put it and glue this on to here, just like that. And then I'm going to use my Wink of Stella, because I love Wink of Stella, and add to my moon. And then I'm going to add a little bit to where the windows are, just add a little bit of sparkle. You can add it to, I love Wink of Stella, you can add it to anything. I just love Wink of Stella, so just add a little bit. Then, let's fold it in half so I know what I'm doing. And so I'm going to have it overlay, so that means I want the glue to be on this side, but I don't want it to be all, just like that. And then I'm going to hold it to make sure I've got all the glue, just like that. Super easy, super easy. And then I'm going to take my fabulous tree, and I'm going to use the mini dimensionals. And in the catalog they come in a combo pack, the black ones, the mini ones, and the regular ones. But I'm going to use, one of each, or a couple of each. I'm going to use a big one right here in the middle of the tree, and then I'm going to use a couple of the mini ones. Or you could just use a bunch of mini ones. You don't even need to use the big one, but oops, just like that. And then take off the papers. These black dimensionals are super fun. They really are nice. Okay. And then, oops. I'm going to put my tree. Just like that. And then I'm going to, let's see, you can glue your For You on the back, just like that. And then my Happy. So I was going crazy with doing stuff. So you can add, like, since I used eyeballs as my theme, you could always add a jar of eyeballs on the back. If you want to do more fussy cutting, and that's actually from one of the other pieces of paper, this series paper that has all of these in here. You can, there's a bunch of eyeballs, so you can always do that too if you wanted to add even more to your little topper. Okay, so I'm just gonna add some glue to the Happy and tuck it just like that. Oops. So it's behind the tree. Here's my Halloween. Now, the good thing about the glue is that it will dry clear, or you could use your eraser. If you've got one of those erasers, there you go, just like that. It'll dry clear though. You can always use an eraser. I tend to be a little bit messy with the glue. It doesn't matter how hard I try. I'm always messy with the glue. Okay, and now the fun part. So, like I said, you could add onto there if you want. Here we go. Here's our topper. So now we just need to add, actually, let's see, I did also add more to the happy. So I did add some glitter, the Winkostella, to my words after I got them down. I just drew over them. It's not a lot of sparkle, but it's a little bit, which is always nice. Always add. And then I'm going to go into my fabulous eyes. I mean, they're so fantastic. And I did grab, so I had some of these left over from one of the paper pumpkins. I thought I would try to use these because these are smaller than the regular glue dots. They would fit perfectly on the back here. Now you can use any of your glue if you like. There are all kinds of, you can use your fine tip glue, or you could probably use a little bit of your Tombow glue too. You just have to be careful. I'm putting them on last because, again, you do have to like give them time to stick if you used glue. But oh, I love these. These are so cute. Let's do an orange one. Okay. And they have all these fun different colors. And like I said, there's 100. So you can make a lot. You can be generous with your little eyes if you wanted. Or you don't have to go as overboard as I have, but I like 5. Odd numbers are always fun. So I love these googly eyes. They're so much fun. And it's not like super scary, right? And it's cutesy without being like too cutesy. Especially if you have like boys that don't want like the kitty cat, or, you know, they don't really want the monster. Googly eyes is still fun without being super scary or, you know, cutesy either. I love googly eyes. Oops. They are so much fun. And their little assortment pack in the Stampin' Up! Catalog, the new holiday catalog, is so fantastic. Right? It's a fantastic little assortment. There you go. Just like that. And that was super cute. I absolutely adore that. Okay. So it's super easy. And like I said, we added a little bit with, and you just put your candy in. I just have Tootsie Rolls, which are my daughter's favorite. We always have Tootsie Rolls around the house all year round. And I put some of these little chocolate eyeballs that are super fun to match. And then I just fold it over. And then depending on what kind of stapler, so you could, if you don't have one that reaches far, you know, you can just put 2 on each end. You don't have to worry about it. I have one of these ones. I don't have the old Stampin' Up! Used to have one. This one reaches in far. And then I just stamp it and staple it just like that. Now it's caught again and super cute. So I hope you guys enjoyed. That one's with the different colors, and this one's just got plain on there. Fabulous little treat bags. So there's lots of things we can do with hot toppers. I just wanted to use the googly eyes because those are super fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed my week 6 of my 12 weeks of Halloween. I know I'll be on later on this week with a card. We're going to make a card with bats, one of the fabulous globe cards. So I'm very excited. That's what we're going to make a card for week 7. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed these treat holders. And like I said, you can make, because the papers have so many of these images, you can make a bunch with just one pack, which is always good when you don't have to use a lot of supplies to make a bunch of super cute treat toppers. So anyway, so if you guys are watching this this video on the replay on Facebook, please give my video some love. If you're watching this on the replay on YouTube, make sure you smash that subscribe button so you get you get notified when any of my other videos post. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I will be on for my normal Facebook Live at 1:30 today, so I'll be back in a little while. But until then, I hope everyone has a great day and happy crafting.